One of the things, Bill Nye, if you look at the polling on this is this issue of what do you do about something that to many people is very important, but for a lot of voters may not feel urgent. Just look at the Pew Research Pen poll from last month, global warming ranking 19th on that list. And yet, environmentalists seem buoyed by the fact that the president, as I've talked to experts in this area, say with executive orders to curb carbon emissions from power plants, will take care of, via executive action, 2/3 of the carbon that's emitted into the atmosphere in the United States. Is that an acceptable solution without political consensus?
Well, that will be up to politicians, but certainly the longest journey starts with but a single step. We all have to acknowledge that we have a problem, and I think it would be in everybody's best interest. Now, I was born in the U.S., you know, I'm a patriot and so on. It would be in everybody's best interest to get going, to just do, as I like to say, everything all at once. So the fewer very dirty coal-fired power plants we have, the better. The less energy we waste, the better. The less inefficient our transportation systems are, the better. The more reliable our electricity transmission systems are, the better. And so we all get into this thing that big governments are bad. I know that's a very strong claim that for me, as a voter and taxpayer, is somehow tied to climate change. But what we want to do is not just less. We want to do more with less. And for me, as a guy who grew up in the U.S., I want the U.S. to lead the world in this, rather than wait while you made reference to the United Kingdom, what China is doing with energy production, solar energy production, so on. This is a huge opportunity. And the more we mess around with this denial, the less we're going to get done.
I want to be specific, though, Congresswoman, 30 seconds on this point. As you know, as I just outlined, the president is proposing regulations. This is executive action. How do you respond to that as a member of Congress who doesn't agree with the policy?
Well, I think the president should realize Congress has taken action. Whether it was cap and trade or Boiler Act or any of these regulations, we have said no to that. And one of the reasons is the cost-benefit analysis. Another is the impact. Look at what is happening around the world. Bill doesn't like coal-fired electricity plants. You've got 1,200 that are coming up in other nations right now. And what we need to be looking at is the way to achieve efficiencies. Carbon emissions are at the lowest they have been since 1994. The reason for that is efficiencies. We need to look at the cost-benefit analysis and make certain these technologies are affordable for the American people.